Hi, I'm Mark Trousdale here at Money 2020 Europe, and I'm here with Waqar Chaudry. So Waqar, could you tell us a little bit about what you do and also something fun unrelated to work?
I look after the products for digital assets at Standard Chartered Bank in Financing and Securities Services. I work at a group level out of London, and portfolio is cryptocurrency products. We're looking at tokenized assets as well, and other new things such as minting, staking, all the good things that come with crypto and digital assets. The team is spread across 4 countries at the moment primarily, but the wider footprint of the team is just under 50 markets. And we as a bank are currently present in Dubai and Luxembourg from cryptocurrency point of view, but then digital assets are in Hong Kong and Dubai. A little bit about myself. Well, I used to be a pretty decent cricket player back in the day in Australia, yes. And now I've injured myself everywhere. So that's gone now.
Cricket is a difficult game. I've only just dabbled, and I say dabbled.
Yes.
I grew up playing baseball, but it's a difficult sport.
Yes, I've moved to golf now.
Nice.
So yeah, my golf swings are like cover drives.
Yeah.
It doesn't help, but anyway, I'll try my best.
That's fun, okay.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, given the space you focus in, could you talk a little bit about the challenges but also the opportunities in the digital asset space?
So the wealth world is the main touch point. I think you can see that an asset class such as cryptocurrencies has outperformed over the past 10 years, one for one, and some years absolutely significantly. So anyone who's constructing portfolios, especially on wealth, they should be thinking about digital assets and cryptocurrencies specifically. That's where I think the interest is going to come from, and it's a kind of asset class that allows you to, if you're a technical trader and you're interested in the market dynamics, it's a really good asset class to play in because there's significant movement intraday and the news stories do swing things about. But then if you're a long-term investor, given the scarcity, for example, for Bitcoin, the medium to long-term outlook looks amazing. Right? So to have something like this added to the portfolios is something that we think is going to be quite interesting. And for large institutions now stepping in, large asset managers such as BlackRock and Franklin Templeton and the likes, it's quite evident that the analysts in those organizations have determined that these things are now there to stay permanently, and that's the space to watch in the next few years.
And speaking of institutional type firms and asset managers, where are you seeing the most current interest and emergent interest? I mean, is it also corporates? Is it just institutional asset managers? Is it institutional investors like sovereign wealth funds? Is it high net worths?
Yes. So let's go backwards. So high net worths have had quite a bit of action in this market already, and the world knows that. There's a lot of, in the cryptoverse, they're called whales. There's quite a few whales around that need to come online now and do something with their asset, which includes things like financing, things like being able to trade in and out of an asset class to another asset class, being able to maybe pay with certain of their holdings. So that is always going to be there. I think that's there already. Corporates is a new segment for us. I think we have had good interest from corporates. In fact, we've been working with 1 or 2 corporates who are very keen on entering this space, primarily for treasury management, and then it looks like eventually they will evolve into some kind of a payments play as well. One of our ventures actually does quite a lot with corporates, Zodia markets, and that is a litmus test for us as a bank to see where we actually need to head. Institutional clients from a asset management point of view are extremely interested right now. You can see large asset managers already stepping in, but they need to up the game a little bit more in terms of the breadth and width of products that they need to provide and the depth that they need to go within their product portfolios to bring crypto and digital assets in. Crypto is now synonymous with IBIT and those kind of things, right? So it's there, it's humming away. The next thing that is going to happen is how do we ensure that there is instant settlement near 24/7, and that's where things like stable coins, tokenized deposits and the likes will come into play, and that is the next game. Once you as an investor have had the chance to buy and sell Bitcoin live 24/7, it's like going, from an iPhone back to a Nokia from the 1990s, right? So once you get that feeling of being able to trade instantly near 24/7, and to then bring in your traditional portfolio into that without having that additional access to liquidity 24/7, it'll be a challenge, right? So we as Standard Chartered are trying to figure out how do we inject ourselves into the ecosystem, the role we play as a connector of markets between traditional finance and digital asset finance. The cryptocurrency side, the payment side, the stablecoin side, all those things are on the table for us. We've already started working on crypto custody. It allows us to settle the assets, move the assets. But in the long term, we're looking at things like payments, and you'll hear a lot about that at this conference. And then subsequently, we're looking at portfolio construction, helping clients do that from our wealth team as well.
Okay, and speaking of trading in and out, instant settlement, expectations now going to the iPhone level, right? And I know you've also written about sort of crypto exchanges sort of accidentally becoming custodians as part of their role. But what is the role in your mind of a more traditional, established, risk-managed type financial institution like Standard Chartered in this space?
So looking from a custody angle, for example, the custodians globally sit between $150 to $300 trillion in assets. Some figures say that it's more than that. That is the size of the market, whereas if you look at the cryptocurrency market, that's what, 3 trillion, give or take, maybe just over 3 trillion. It's a drop in the ocean compared to what custodians do today. The key aspect of having your assets sit with a institution that has lax controls is the risk at the moment. And Standard Chartered Bank is bringing its traditional custody capability along with the digital capability together. So this is why we've launched our crypto custody program from within our traditional product set. That, I think, is the key to start the conversations at a large institutional level. And then subsequently, yes, we need to build on other things such as near 24/7 settlement. Clearly, cash doesn't move 24/7 at the moment. That is something that we're looking in as well. What are the instruments we can launch? What can we tokenize? Who do we partner with to enable assets to be transferred and settled near 24/7? So that is, I think, something that Standard Chartered will continue to invest in and build its capability in.
Well, I guess you have a huge advantage coming at digital assets as an institution from without being sort of looking through only that keyhole, because your purview is so much wider, and so that's probably advantageous in this space, I would assume, in terms of being able to think about the other parts of the portfolio or the other services that someone might want. How does that play in, if at all, to your clients' expectations of digital reporting of digital assets? If I've got a piece of my portfolio that's in digital assets alongside traditional assets, how am I going to want to actually, are they expressing their desires around reporting, communications,
Yes.
access?
Yes. So we have an excellent system called Straight to Bank. It's an award-winning channels capability we've built over a number of years. That is the main channel that clients interact with us for our institutional banking products and services. That was the channel we wanted to make sure that gives a comprehensive view of your holdings with Standard Chartered. So whether you have accounts with us, whether you do traditional custody with us, whether you have crypto custody or you've got tokenized assets, all come through the same portal. The good thing we've done is we've actually settled the platform around an open API or open banking API infrastructure. So everything that a client experiences on our web, and they can experience in the APIs as well. So it's natively available. And back to your point around clients demanding or asking for reporting, which actually gives a combined view across all their holdings of the bank. That is exactly what we've delivered, and we'll continue to improve on that.
Amazing. Well, Waqar, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.